for all the junk you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. There it is.
I'm Candace Bailey. And we are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
How amazing is that?
So amazing.
Apparently pretty underwhelming. Okay, cool.
On the show today, Mark Valley survives death on human target every week. Will he make it out of today's attack of the show?
Yeah.
And then we'll shrink down and head inside a giant moving sculpture made of thousands of Hot Wheels.
What?
So cool. It's even got a 6-lane freeway with tiny hobos living underneath.
Aww. Then we invite Chris Gore inside to review the vampire remake Let Me In, plus Never Let Me Go and Hatchet 2. Sounds like a lot of bad things happening today. Plus Chris Gore? So, okay, yeah. Okay. Good. Breaking the streak. And in It's F in Science, we've got explosive fruit. Learn the terrible truth about electrolytes and how they make fruit blow up real good.
Time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
We're going around the net. Let's do it. Let's
We
do it.
are kicking off today's Around the Net with something a little different.
It's cute otters playing with pebbles. I get it now.
I like it better when we show nut shots.
What?
I like it better when we show nut shots.
Right, I get it, but it's... Oh! All right.
And today at number 4, how to deal with a bully. Pay attention, Kevin.
Okay.
The scene, exterior Russian street. The players, an old man, a bully, and alcohol. Probably. Okay.
Fighting forces, kurwa.
Get him, old
Sit him
man!
down!
Never screw around with old Russians.
No. Old Russians have survived wars, super long cold winters, decades of drinking vodka and antifreeze. They're like level 85 grizzled.
True dat.
Do not mess with them.
True dat.
Old Man MMA would make a great G4 series. We've aired far worse. We could do it. We could probably get that on the program guide.
Okay.
All right, the same. Hey, we've also seen a lot of mega cuts in our time online. Mega cuts, when people mash up a ton of stuff at once. You know what I mean? Little video souffle, if you will. Yeah. YouTuber The Toaster 2006 has an interesting take on the whole cut and paste genre.
Here's a cinematic lesson about the alphabet.
Recite the alphabet.
A.
C.
F.
G.
H. I.
I.
Gonna have to go with J.
N.
O.
P. Q. R.
S.
T.
V.
W.
X.
Z.
That's a good one. I like that.
And yet, Megan Fox managed to ruin that as well. Everything she's in. I'm kidding. We'd all throw it in her. Well, I just hope that this inspires somebody to get started on the numbers version of this, because I think it's going to take a long time to count all of them. You know what I mean?
Someday, remind me to explain the concept of infinity to you.
I probably won't do that. That does not sound fun at all for me. But
Okay.
thanks. Cool.
Oh, well. In at number 2 today, there are a lot of unemployed folks out there, but some of them are spending their free time doing more than getting stoned.
Right. They're getting stoned and using iMovie.
Allegedly.
You watch the video, you'll see. This is a YouTube video that remixes an Old Spice body wash ad into an homage to classic gaming, sort of.
Please enjoy Super Spice Brothers 64.
Old Spice body wash can't block odor for 16 hours.
What? Body wash.
I love it. I love it. But I don't get how it's actually different from the usual Old Spice commercials. That's the weird part.
Oh, well, this one is actually 10% less likely to cause a seizure.
Oh. Probably a good thing. Okay, good job. Good job.
Still ahead, a sci-fi classic meets the blocky world of Minecraft.
I like how gentlemanly we get
There's
about
like-
things around here. Like, oh, okay, well, good. He did good. Find out what decapitation looks like in pixel form in our #1 ATM. That's coming up. All right, do the kick me in the jump thing again.
Yeah, lay
Hey,
down.
get me right in there.
Lay down.
I don't even want to lay down for this. Big day, big #1, folks. In fact, in at #1 today is a brilliant mind.
Sorry, I had the hiccups. Hopefully that was the last one. I think they're gone now. You scared them out of me. Please don't beat me. He's gonna beat me later.
In at #1 today, a brilliant Minecraft creation by user SS Lithuania, which sounds like the name of a Baltic aircraft carrier, but it's his YouTube name.
If you aren't familiar with Minecraft, it's a blocky world where users can build amazing landscapes using a series of virtual cubes.
And in this case, someone built a loving tribute to the gory 1987 sci-fi classic Predator. Done. Beautiful. Beautiful. If I may, I think that was a tremendous effort from SS Lithuania, one of the best Minecraft videos we've ever seen on Attack.
Agreed.
Have you ever actually played it and sat down and spent a lot of
Yeah,
time
I
in the
played
world?
it before.
Because it's one of those things where. There's only no try. You want to sort of get it or don't. I suppose you can miss. So Minecraft. So the really crazy thing about it is that let's say you need wood. You got to go to the forest, chop some wood. You know, you have to chop this down. Really? I mean, that's cute. That's cute. Oh!
Great! Who the hell am I supposed to host a show with now?
Poor Kevin. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm mic'd up. Let's do this.
Quick, activate your thingy again.
The show must go on.
The Mona Lisa, the Eiffel Tower. Meh. Now this is art. Behold, Metropolis 2.
For over 40 years, artist Chris Burden has been pushing the boundaries of artistic expression, and living up to that standard is his latest creation, Metropolis 2. With over 1,000 customized die-cast cars and at almost 10 feet tall and 28 feet wide, this bustling piece of art is a wonder to behold.
All right, well, I'm here with the mega mind behind Metropolis 2, Chris Burden. How did you come up with this idea?
I built one similar to this in 2004. That's why it's called Metropolis 2, because there was Metropolis 1. But this one is 10 times bigger than the first one. It has approximately 1,100 cars that circulate continually in 18 traffic lanes and 13 railroad tracks, and I don't know how many skyscrapers, a good 30 or 40 skyscrapers. I think it's a portrait of Los Angeles, and it's the vision of any modern city, really.
How does it actually run?
Each car has a hole drilled in the bottom of the chassis and a little magnet put on. And there's 3 conveyor belts. You can see them. And they're endless conveyors, and they have magnets glued on them at regular intervals. So as the car's pushed onto the conveyor belt, they get picked up by the magnet, and the belt interacts with the magnet on the bottom of the car and slowly pulls it up. And when the belt falls away, the car's released and flows.
Once this installation is completely finished, how much is it going to cost?
Well, it is sold, and it was sold for millions of dollars. It cost several million to make. It's going to be taken apart in the next 3 months. That's about how long it'll take to take it apart and pack it up properly. It has to all be put in steel cages. Nothing can move more than a 32nd of an inch. It's going to be installed at Eli Broad's building on the LACMA campus.
To me, this is the coolest thing ever, but what qualifies this as art?
If somebody says it's art, then it is. It's just the question is whether it's any good or not.
We probably have an accident or a car fly off maybe a couple times an hour, and we're continually trying to ratchet that down through the adjustment of brushes, refinement of the track system. So you can see that as the car comes into the curve, it's coming in with on a beveled wall, and then here we hand file this straight-walled section of the curved outer wall to create a transition, and then we transition it back to a beveled wall through there.
Wait for my chance. Yes! All right, well, it's been an awesome day here, but all good things must come to an end. Can I shut this thing down?
Are you qualified?
Am I?
No.
I totally am.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I have single-handedly shut down the Metropolis.
Whoa.
How could she do that?
Tiffany murdered a tiny city.
I know. She's like a passive Godzilla. Like, I could demolish your whole town. Or just press the off button.
Still ahead, Mark Valley from Human Target will be here live.
And later, we let the idiots have their 15 seconds of shame in great moments in the evolution. Yeah, you can guess how that's ending.
What happens next?
Oh yeah, this chick's trying to make some sexy time on her stripping pole. So what happens next? Does she knock out the lights with her feet? Does the pole give way? Or does her friend enter the room and get kicked in the face? Find out when we return. Oh yeah, this chick's trying to make some sexy time on her stripping pole. So what happens next? Does she knock out the lights with her feet? Does the pole give way? Or does her friend enter the room and get kicked in the face? Oh, what a major turnoff. Get it?
Like, why am I paying you if you can't even keep one child from screaming? You know what I mean? Like, it makes that sense.
Oh my gosh.
Hey!
Hi, welcome back.
Good to see you, Internet, world, TV, whatever.
Let's give away more free stuff to a completely random person.
Okay.
Yesterday, we gave away 4 beautiful marble statues from the Kotobukiya collection.
Yes, and the completely random winner. I don't know why we keep saying they're completely random. I mean, they are. I'm just so you know, chosen in no particular order or reason. Kevin R. from Powell, Ohio. Congratulations! Yay! You completely random person, you.
win a Dark Horse library of comic books and prizes.
An entire library. Do they win an actual library? No. Dark Horse is celebrating its 25th anniversary of excellence by giving away one book for each year they've been around. That is over $600 worth of trade paperbacks and hardcover books.
The titles include Buffy, Star Wars, Dark Empire Trilogy, The Goon, Chinatown, Hellboy Volume 1, and The Guild.
You saw that reading? That was a lot of reading. After you pick your chin off the floor, you can go enter on our website, g4tv.com/epic giveaway. Get your entry in between now and February 2nd by 3 p.m. Eastern to be eligible, and we'll announce the winner right here on tomorrow's show.
And we'll send you a piñata! Stuffed with fake plastic phones from our old set.
Okay.
I love piñatas!
All right. We'll send you a...
I like candy better though.
We'll send you a used piñata.
Yay!
It's been pre-shredded for your enjoyment and stuff with cell phones. By the way, don't you think that might get us put on a watch list or something like that for sending that through UPS? It's just a piñata filled with cell phones with wires coming out of them. Sure, in this day and age, that's totes fine.
Totes. He said it.
I totally did. I meant to.
And now it's time for a very special video.
Yes, last week Around the Net featured a slowed-down cooking clip by YouTuber Wolf Gore Show.
Basically, Wolf Gore adjusts the speed of a regular video to make the participants seem a little intoxicated.
Yeah, this week, Attack of the Show got the full Wolf Gore treatment. Haha, normally you have to pay extra. So enjoy.
What are you gonna do with that stuff back there? We're going to shock you. Okay. Okay, alright, yes, okay, alright. I can smell my flesh. That's good. Okay, then you give her half a second. I can take the pain. Oh, me too. Oh, born for it. Born for it. It's not blood pills. I don't want...
I heart Wolf Gore Show for doing that. But here's the funny thing, though. I was totally drunk there.
You were?
I really was. Let's toss to the feed.
Was it? I've always wanted to do that. Here's Tiffany Smith.
Well, no, there she is. Yeah. Hi, Tiffany Smith.
I'm here. Yeah. Thanks, guys. All right, now it's time to start the feed. Woo! It's Tuesday, February 1st, and here are your top stories. Woo! As if Apple, thank you for that, Candace, that little woo over there. As if Apple didn't already get enough flack for their strict App Store policy, it looks like they're tightening their grip even more. According to New York Times, Apple looks to be strictly enforcing the policy that says apps can't sell content unless it goes through them. Sony says their ebook reader was officially rejected from the App Store because users were able to make purchases that didn't give their 30% cut. So that ebook you bought for your Sony device won't be accessible on your iPhone. Wah, wah. And now, some think Amazon's popular Kindle app may be in danger. Apple released a statement regarding the issue and simply pointed a finger at Sony for not playing by the rules. Now, if you failed to see the value in using Microsoft's Bing search engine because the results seem to pretty much be exactly the same as what Google gives you, that's because, well, they are. Yeah, I know. According to SearchEngineLand.com, Bing is monitoring Google's search results and using that info to tailor their own results. Google engineers became suspicious of the cheating and ran a so-called Bing sting, and the results of multiple misspelled words searched on Bing yielded the exact same results as Google's auto-corrected search. I know. When confronted about the possibility of snagging Google's work, a Microsoft spokesman said, "We do not copy Google's results." Isn't that the exact same thing they told Apple while they were working on Windows? Oh! I know! Snap! What? I just said it. What? Now, embattled actor Joaquin Phoenix might be making his return to the big screen in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Yeah, I know. Fox is moving full steam ahead with their adaptation of the novel from the same author as Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Joaquin has been offered the role of a mentor who teaches the 16th president to become an axe-throwing vampire slayer. Wanted director Timur Bekmambetov will be at the helm with Tim Burton on board as a producer. I freaking love Tim Burton. The presidential vampire flick has a tentative release date. Apparently no one else in here does. I'm just alone on that one. It has a tentative release date set for summer 2012. Thanks for that cheer, guys. Yeah. Tim Burton!
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, now here's another story I think that, Kevin, you'll be pretty excited about. Finally, we all know that humans grew bigger brains as they evolved, but now there is a theory that explains the growth of another part of the human anatomy. Yep, an evolutionary psychologist from New York State University says he has an explanation for why the growth of the human genitalia directly correlated with the growth of the human brain. He says that as human brains grew bigger, so did their heads. And as their heads grew bigger, so did the female pelvis to accommodate babies with bigger craniums. Yeah, and of course, as female cervixes grew in size, so did competition for males with, let's just say, sufficiently sized baby makers. So there you have it. That's why your you-know-what is bigger than a monkey's. So congratulations. Sorry, Kev, you got the short end of the stick on that one. I'm Tiffany Smith, and you have just been fed. Now, let's go back over to Kevin and Candace.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that last story. Tim Burton? Who doesn't, you know what I mean? Who doesn't love Tim Burton, though?
Fruit is an important source of healthy nutrition and fiber.
Yes, that's why Americans never eat that crap. No, we prefer to detonate any healthy food that we find.
Have you ever wondered what people are always blowing up on YouTube and Break.com? Well, the answer is simple. Fruit. Fruit is incredibly easy to explode. From melons and berries to every type of citrus in your local produce section. Fruit is a natural form of dynamite because it carries a large number of electrolytes. An electrolyte is a chemical substance with free ions that make it electrically conductive. This is usually the case with most salty and sweet foods, but especially with fruit, because the watery juices help to keep the electrolytes charged. In our bodies, electrolytes trigger nerve impulses. But inside fruit, electrolytes create an electric charge. And here's how. First, a metal wire is inserted through the fruit, about halfway through on each side. At one end, a power source is connected. This can be an electrical conductor, defibrillator, or even a simple flame. Once the conductor is turned on or the fire is lit, depending upon the length of the metal, it'll only take a few seconds for a high voltage to reach the fruit. At this point, the fruit is inducting heat and resisting a negative charge. So as soon as the current passes through, the fruit will go boom, and your precious crop is blown to smithereens. No matter if it's a watermelon, apple, grapefruit, or lemon, if it's got sodium or sugar, it's ready to blow. Some vegetables, like potatoes and yams, can also work as explosives because they contain many water-soluble chemicals that cause a chemical reaction with the electrodes in the current. But citrus fruits work best because of their citric acid content, which reacts to the zinc and the copper in the metal. This is similar to the reaction in a car battery. Thanks to its electrolytes, just like a resistor, the fruit is electrically charged and highly combustible. So whether you're a warhead or just in the mood for a Gallagher show, remember, fruit is conductive. In fact, it's explosive. So conduct at your own risk, because this is science.
If there's a new pile of new DVDs lying around, odds are it's DVD Day. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you.
Hello, Chris.
Thanks.
How you doing?
Good. A little disappointed. I almost hosted today.
I
almost hosted today.
Wouldn't that have been amazing?
Would have been fun. Would have been fun.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot of fun.
Too bad. Okay, what do we have up first?
First, we have Let Me In.
Let Me In. Now, how does this compare to the Swedish horror film it's based on?
Well, Let the Right One In, which is the Swedish horror film, which you just referenced. Here's what's weird about it. You're saying compares. It's almost exactly the same,
But it's not as scary, right?
Well, exactly. It's not quite as scary. I almost think like when you see subtitles with a foreign language on there, you kind of put some new meaning on it that wasn't really there, which makes it seem much scarier.
Really? Because I saw it with friends who saw the original, and they said that this one wasn't as scary.
Exactly, because I think that it almost doesn't feel like an American film. It's weird to say. I would have liked to have seen the remake Americanized, but it doesn't even feel like it takes place in the United States. It's bizarre. And even though it stars Hit Girl, which I happen to like in Kick-Ass, and I expected a lot more out of Matt Reeves, the director, because he did Cloverfield. And I just thought that, well, okay, we're doing Vampire Kids. This just needed a little bit more, and it just feels like it's almost a shot-for-shot remake of the original.
Now, I have to ask you if this bothered you, because it really annoyed me. I never saw the mother's face. Did you notice that?
Well, I mean, it works for the Peanuts. I don't see why it can't work in
this. No, this is the Peanuts.
Yeah, well, look, it bugged me too, but I think there are bigger things that bothered me about the film. I just felt it needed a little bit more to it.
Well, maybe there were bigger things that bothered me too, but that still bothered me.
Well, good. We both hated it, I guess. I don't know.
All right, bottom line.
Bottom line is pass on this. I'm sorry, folks. Sorry.
All right, next DVD.
Next, we have Never Let Me Go.
Now would you consider this film to be science fiction?
Yeah, it's absolutely science fiction. I mean, basically, it's like a Merchant Ivory movie with clones. So it takes place in like what looks like sort of an idyllic 50s, 60s, but it's really taking place in the 70s, right? And these people are clones created to be replacement parts for people they've never met.
So they can't drink, they can't smoke, they have to live like perfect lives so that they can donate their body parts
to the best
on.
of their ability, and it's just very strange, really. I mean, true science fiction is how it affects the characters in the film emotionally, and this is something you have to deal with, just coming to terms with the fact that they're just replacement parts. That's all they are, and it's really amazing. And Andrew Garfield, of course, who's the new Spider-Man, and who we also saw on The Social Network, is amazing in this movie. Yeah, if you're excited for the new Spider-Man, you'll definitely want to check this one out.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet, but what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is this is a rent. It's definitely worth seeing. Not something I'll watch 10 times, but really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Unexpected.
Cool. I'll watch it. Now, what else do we have to check out?
We have Hatchet 2.
Oh! Didn't this film cause a bit of controversy when it came out in theaters?
Yes, for its very brief, its brief stay in theaters. It actually was pulled from theaters.
It's not rated, right?
Well, yeah, it was in fact the biggest indie horror release ever, but it got pulled from theaters over. I think the suits got a bit skittish about the content. It actually did well in theaters, and director Adam Green in the extras actually goes over this whole controversy. But it is fun. I mean, to me, it's more of a horror comedy. But if you really like,
it's a horror comedy.
Horror comedy, yeah.
So it's funny.
I quite
is it
like
laughing at people dying?
Yes, I mean, I guess
I don't know that that's funny to me.
Well, there is a scene. You'll have to borrow the DVD from me. There's a great scene where a couple they're having sex. They're having sex in the woods, as one might do, and one of them.
As one might do.
One of the characters.
Maybe in your case, Chris.
One of the characters loses his head. Boom. One of the characters loses his head in midst of the act, and it's very funny. I would say it's the funniest thing like that I've ever seen. Sex and gore.
Bottom line, Chris.
Bottom line, buy it. I loved it.
Buy it.
Yes, I was shocked how much I enjoyed it. Yeah,
okay. All right. I think we've got time for a quick pick.
Good. It's a film that is, if you're like me and you search the world far and wide for DVDs, this is Banksy's Coming for Dinner. If you liked Exit Through the Gift Shop, this is Banksy attends a dinner with Joan Collins and other luminaries, and they blur out Banksy's face, but it's really cool follow-up to that film. So it's available on Hulu. You can actually see it for free.
Okay.
DVD Streams Day or something. We could sort of initiate that.
Nice. Well,
great.
Thank you, Chris. It's
Thank
always
you.
a pleasure. For more Gore, follow him at Twitter at @ThatChrisGore. Let's go over to Kevin.
Thank you, Candace. On February 12th, X-Play gives you exclusive all-access coverage to the only award show voted on by video game developers and producers, the Interactive Achievement Awards. We'll bring you red carpet interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and more on X-Play's hour-long special, or watch the whole damn thing live on the 10th at g4tv.com/dice. It's up to you. I really don't care either way. Stay tuned. Mark Valley from Human Target will be here to find out who's trying to kill me. Everybody. The entire internet is. Stick around, because that's happening.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
Listen, if someone's trying to kill you, there's really only one person you want by your side. Of course, that's baby Jesus. If he's not around, that's okay. The Human Target, he's your only hope.
Over there! Listen, I don't mean to be harsh, but this is your idea of a rescue plan? Seriously, if you don't want to start getting labeled as an amateur, you're going to have to start thinking these things through.
Are you done?
Yeah. I'd say you are.
Uh-oh. Please welcome the star of Human Target, Mark Valley, everybody. Hey.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was looking around making sure no one was trying to get us. That's all.
That was exciting.
You're the ultimate man. Yeah. I like that you're like in the middle of a firefight and you'll still take the time to chastise a woman. That is some Mad Men style stuff right there.
There's always time to chastise.
I have to reload. Now let me tell you everything you're doing wrong, sweetheart.
It looked like John Legend showed up at the end. Who's that guy?
Yeah, is John Legend doing a cameo, trying to take people out?
It looks like he was. I don't remember the scene, though. Actually, I remember shooting the scene with Indira, and as I would do my dialogue and then fire the gun, when we were doing her coverage, she goes, "Ma, could you say bang, bang when you're firing?" I was like, why? Because I'm reacting to the gunfire, so...
Did you just fire a couple live rounds near her head?
If you thought this thing through, bang, bang, maybe we could have figured this out.
I'm not a huge fan of DVD extras. I would pay $100 for that cut of it where she's reacting to you yelling bang, bang off camera.
Yeah, I don't maybe it was a joke. I don't know.
But you did it, so that's good.
Yeah.
The service that your character provides on Human Target is such that you will provide a shield for whoever is hiring you. Isn't Kevlar a cheaper option? I mean, isn't there?
Yeah. We don't like it to get to the Kevlar stage.
Okay, so you want to avoid the firefights, essentially.
We want to put them into danger, so the threat. Oh my God, I've said this about 15 times in different episodes. We want to put you in danger so the threat will reveal itself, and then we can take out the threat.
Perfect. That was just like a TiVo season pass. I love this. I have a front row seat.
Yeah. But it seems like he's using everybody else as a human target.
Exactly.
He's to be like, here, shoot him.
Let's bring him to a very crowded place and then put him in danger. Oh, it's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Have you actually been shot? Have you taken any shrapnel for your character, so you know what it feels like? You know the danger, or?
I had some hairs singed off my arm this year, running away from something that exploded, which
is what you should do when something is exploding.
Which is what you should do when it's exploding.
Yeah, typically, you want to put your body in motion away.
I think if I'd stayed, more hair would have burned.
Right. Did you walk away in slow motion, though, as it silhouetted you? Because that's what all the cool guys do. Walk away from it.
Yeah. That's a special effect.
Was it? So this was something that was supposed to explode? This was a stunt on set?
Usually I'm running away, and it looks like some things are blowing up behind me, like gun. It's called zirconium balls, and there's a special effects guy standing there with a paintball gun, one of the automatic ones with a big,
a big old hopper filled with them.
And he's firing these ping pong balls that explode into little sparks when they hit you. So
that sounds entirely safe. Yeah,
I call them Sparky balls. So I'm like running around trying not to get hit by paintballs.
But their technical name is zirconium balls. That sounds like something James Cameron made up. Like that's what the plot of Avatar is.
Yeah.
We must get the zirconium balls.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, fine. Don't you have a stunt double on the show though? Shouldn't he be taking those shots?
The stunt double should be getting hit with the Sparky balls. But he's my stunt double. Yeah, I got a stunt double. I mean, the first season I wanted to do all my own stunts, and because people would say, "Did you own stunts?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
But season two, it's like call him in.
Yeah, season 2 is like, you want me to what? Really?
Don't you wish? I mean, you just wrapped season 2, right?
We just wrapped season 2.
So congrats on that. But
Thank you very much.
That must kind of suck, not being able to be in the moment and clap your hands and in comes the stunt double, where it's like hanging Christmas lights or a Costco run. Just let him do all the heavy lifting for you, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, there's a certain day we have to take the garbage out, and I think, God, I could just,
Just bring him in here.
Have my stunt double come in and do that for me.
And then shoot paintballs at him the entire time as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, I heard that in high school you were on the basketball team. Was it high school or college? And you quit to go do something with computers?
It was high school, yeah. Yeah, I was in high school. I weighed about 130 pounds. And
I still weigh that. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
That's
It's
fine.
an insult to my manhood.
I had glasses. Had good skin though. So I mean, I didn't really qualify as a complete kind of picture of a nerd or anything like
You're
that.
the antithesis of my high school experience. I got it.
Potentially, but anyway. But yeah, I was in the basketball team, and but I'd come up with this idea to do a program, a computer dating program to kind of match up everybody in my senior class, and sent out a questionnaire, and everyone filled out the questions, and then I figured this algorithm where I could kind of check one against each question and then cross-check it to see how many matches you have.
You're building eHarmony for your high school.
Essentially, I did, yeah, in 1982. And
so this
with
was
with a Radio Shack TRS-80, where I was loading data in my cassette.
All right. We'll accept that.
Right.
I like that.
No,
I like that. Basically, we only had punch cards, so there were no photos of the girls, but you could look at her holes and go, yeah. I mean, which is how you rate them anyway.
You didn't have profiles. You had a punch card. You could just,
aside from being 20 years too early, sir, you could have been The Social Network. Other than that,
right? Yeah.
Come back next time when you're a billionaire, and we'll discuss that again.
He was born 7 years later. So there you have it. I went in the Army instead and just blew things up and.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll try the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the manliest man we've had in these seats. Mark Valley, it's a pleasure to chat with you.
Nice to meet you.
Please don't get shot on the way out.
Oh, no.
We like you too much.
Pleasure.
You guys can catch an all-new episode of Human Target tomorrow night on Fox. But now let's see what What's-Her-Face is up to.
Kevin. Instead of giving Kevin's nuts another shot, I'm taking the high road and attacking this video gear. Springtime is right around the corner, so get off your futon and film something extreme with the Swan Sports Cam. This digital video camera comes in a shockproof case that is also waterproof up to 65 feet. It can store up to 5 hours of footage and comes with a variety of mounting options, so you can go anywhere a Mountain Dew commercial does. Get your hands on the Sports Cam for only 99 bucks. Good price. Thank you, Kevin. If you are inclined toward adventure, then pick up the new Kodak PlaySport. Along with being waterproof, the PlaySport is also shockproof and dustproof. Not bulletproof, though, sorry. With the Kodak Share button, you can wirelessly upload your 1080p video of Facebook and YouTube. 5-megapixel stills, underwater white balancing, and in-camera editing are just a few of the other features this handy Kodak has to offer. The new PlaySport will be available in March for about $180. And finally, everything is in 3D nowadays, and your headcam footage should be no exception. GoPro has invented a casing system for their HD cameras called the 3D Hero Kit. A link cable is used to sync the video capture between the two HD Hero cameras housed inside the waterproof, shock-resistant case. The included GoPro 3D software will import the footage from your cameras and automatically bin them, making video extreme has never been easier. Whew. You can get the 3D Hero Kit plus the 2 cameras for 620 buckaroos. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all this video gear and more.
Take us home, Candace.
Up next, see mankind fail and fail again in great moments in de-evolution. Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope of the Insane Clown Posse join Kevin for shots of Faygo and talk of The Gathering. Then, Super Cheap TV Week continues when we review a $650 50-inch LG Plasma TV on Gadgetron. And grab your sack, boys. Morgan Webb is here to rate the customizable platformer Little Big Planet 2 on Game Break. See it tomorrow.
Gentlemen, if I may speak to the boys in the audience.
You may.
The men.
Go for it.
If you plan on creatively sterilizing yourselves, totally fine. Totally fine.
Just make sure you film it so we can put it on Great Moments in De-Evolution.
Hey! Shiny graphics! Ah! First up, here's a dude testing the integrity of a handrail.
With his junk. Yes, cry. Cry in pain. You should.
Wow, we laugh at you. Normally there's a skateboard under the feet, so you have a 50-50 chance of not being a jackass.
He didn't want the
But-
skateboard.
No.
He just wanted to land on his crotch.
I gotta give him an ounce of respect for that. Yeah, that's all he's gonna get his whole life, so give it to him. This week's rating system is plumbers/gynecologists.
I like it.
They both clear pipes, so that's fitting. I had to justify the system somehow. How many do you want to give him?
4.
Boom!
4 to 5.
What?
That noise. What was that sound
What was that
effect?
on the... I am glad we're not high def. And some insist, believe it or not, that your elbow fat, also known as your weenus, is an indicator of one's endowment.
But shoving a nail gun through your weenus won't make you look like more of a man. I like that.
Come on. Yeah. Squeeze if you have to. That sucked! Damn it! It went clean to his elbow. Damn it!
Okay, Kevin, your turn. How many are we giving them?
5 out of 5.
Agreed.
I just don't like that. Well, today we learned the word weenus.
Thanks a lot for that.
Yeah.
Fun show today.
It was all right, yeah.
Thanks to our guest, Mark Malley.
I would round up to it being awesome.
It was a fun show.
It was a great show.